What happens when the Locks come face to face with their new foe? And will Tyler return home to help his family? Here's what you need to know before you watch the final season of Locke and Key. Season 3 of Locke and Key has been in production for quite some time, and it had actually been written before Season 2 even premiered. Producer Carlton Cuse explained to Collider, "It was actually a really weird thing that I've never experienced in my career, to have written a full season of television that hadn't been made, and we had to go on to writing the next season of television." Season 3 was also shot back-to-back with Season 2, meaning that filming wrapped in September 2021, a month before Season 2 hit Netflix. Connor Jessup, who plays Tyler Locke on the show, posted a series of behind-the-scenes snaps on Instagram and wrote, "That's a wrap on Season 3 of Locke and Key. After a year of shooting, we're done. I'm a tangled mess. I'm sleepy and happy and sad, but mostly I'm grateful. It's been a weird year and this show has been a refuge. Thankfully, fans won't have to wait too long for Netflix to drop Season 3. Netflix has been teasing Locke and Key Season 3 on social media since the end of 2021, but has been cagey with release details until now. During Netflix's Geeked Week event, the streamer shared a trailer for Season 3 and revealed that the series will return on August 10, 2022. Locke and Key Season 3 will air a mere 10 months after Season 2, compared to the 20-month wait fans endured between the first and second seasons. This highly anticipated season will reportedly consist of 8 episodes, which is a departure from the previous 10-episode format. Hopefully, this shorter season is still able to mirror the success of the previous season, which was streamed for more than 143 million hours globally during its first 4 weeks on Netflix. Now that Netflix has announced a release date for Season 3, fans are clamoring to know if their favorite characters will return for the next installment of Locke and Key. Thankfully, most of the show's main actors have confirmed they'll be returning. Connor Jessup was one of the first actors to reaffirm his place in the series, even though his character Tyler Locke leaves to go traveling at the end of Season 2. Jessup told Decider in October 2021, "I don't think when he leaves at the end of Season 2 that his story is over. To me, it felt like a new chapter, but it didn't feel like a resolution. So there's still more for Tyler." Jessup will be joined by Amelia Jones and Jackson Robert Scott, who play his younger siblings, Kinsey and Bodie. Darby Stanchfield will also be returning as their mom, Nina Locke, along with Aaron Ashmore, who plays Duncan, the Locke children's uncle. Meanwhile, Sherry Som, who plays Ellie, has been promoted to series regular, which means we might also see more of Kobe Bird, who plays her son Rufus. Kevin Durand will also be getting more screen time as the Revolutionary War soldier Captain Frederick Gideon. The dramatic second season of Locke and Key came to a conclusion at the same time as Matheson Academy's fall semester. At the end of the season finale, Nina reveals that Tyler is going traveling over the winter break because he needs a fresh start. However, the trailer for Season 3 places Tyler squarely in the middle of all the action alongside his family, so viewers can expect some time to have elapsed between the second and third seasons. This means that the earliest the series could be set is the beginning of the spring semester, with Tyler returning to finish his education. However, it's also possible that more time has passed, taking viewers to the end of the summer semester and Tyler's last few weeks at Matheson Academy. Alternatively, there could be less of a school focus this season and the show could be set entirely during the summer holidays, giving the Locke family plenty of time to deal with the show's latest villain. For the last 2 seasons, Locke and Key has had a revolving door of villains and antagonists. However, in Season 3, Tyler, Kinsey, Bodie, Nina, and Duncan will be facing a new villain, and that's Frederick Gideon.
Who the hell are you? Your captain.
This Revolutionary War captain, played by Kevin Durand, made his debut in flashbacks seen during the first episode of Season 2. He appeared in a total of 4 episodes, which explain his backstory and how a demon took over his body when he found the Black Door in the Sea Caves. In the last episode of Season 2, the demon inhabiting Eden's body brought Captain Gideon back as an echo, initially unaware that a demon was also inhabiting his body. After throwing Eden into the well, Gideon left with the Anywhere key. During a roundtable interview, showrunner Carlton Cuse explained that Durand's character will be a deadly threat to the Locke family, saying, "Meredith and I were faced with the challenge of how do we up the stakes and come up with a source of villainy that will feel like an escalation and also be compelling. That led us to create the character of Gideon, and Kevin seemed like the perfect guy to play him." One of the biggest changes going into Season 3 of Locke and Key is that Tyler has no memory of the magic he and his siblings discovered at Key House. In the final episode of Season 2, Tyler leaves to go traveling.
Our past is always with us. You can try and run away.
He plans to return after his 18th birthday with no memory of magic, despite having spent most of the season searching for the memory key, which would allow him to remember magic as an adult. Instead, he tells his siblings that he wants to live a normal life after his birthday and opts not to remember magic. After all, magic caused the death of his dad and his girlfriend, becoming a major source of emotional trauma for him.
I want to have a normal life.
However, it seems like a magic-free life might not be in the cards for Tyler, especially with Captain Gideon lurking in the shadows. And Tyler certainly appears to have his memories back in the trailer. Locke and Key has always been a very family-oriented show. However, the events of the Season 2 finale have seen some significant changes that will affect the Locke family dynamic. Plus, Tyler's bonds with his siblings will undoubtedly change after he forgets about magic. Meanwhile, Nina will probably grow closer to her children now that she knows about magic, as it's been a barrier between them in previous seasons. Essentially, Season 3 will focus on how the Lockes navigate these changes and come together to face Captain Gideon. As showrunner Meredith Averill teased a Collider, the third season focuses much more heavily on the family. They're going to face the greatest threat they've had to face yet. It really bonds them in a way that we've never seen before. I can't say more than that. Kinsey and Scott finally getting together is something viewers of the show have been waiting for, ever since their budding romance was dashed after Gabe swooped in and grabbed Kinsey's attention. Of course, Gabe turned out to be the evil demon Echo Dodge, so that relationship was pretty much doomed from the start. As Kinsey started to uncover Gabe's true identity, she and Scott fell for each other again, but their timing wasn't great. Season 2 concluded with the couple about to embark on a long-distance relationship as Scott chose to attend film school in London for a year before going to college. However, Scott's nickname for Kinsey is Rocky Road, and that could be what the couple are in for in Season 3. In fact, Netflix has yet to confirm if Patrice Jones, who plays Scott, is returning for the third season, and he doesn't appear in the trailer. Other cast members have posted behind-the-scenes photos for the new season on Instagram, but Jones is strangely missing from the snaps. That said, it's very possible Jones's return to the show is just being kept under wraps for dramatic effect, and Kinsey and Scott will end up back together in Season 3.
I'm here. If you need me.
While Patrice Jones's return is up in the air, another Locke love interest is definitely due back in Matheson for Season 3. Brendan Hines will once again be featured as Nina's on-again, off-again partner Josh Bennett. The pair left their relationship up in the air last season. When Josh told Nina he finally felt able to move on from his wife's death and commit to her properly, she shut him down. In the season finale, Nina explained that she wasn't ready and told him that she needed more time before they could be together. However, they certainly left things open-ended, with the possibility for their relationship to blossom in Season 3. However, if Nina and Josh do rekindle their romance, the fact that she knows about magic might make things a bit more difficult for them going forward. It's always exciting when a Locke and Key character reveals a new magical key, and thankfully there's more excitement to come in Season 3. Duncan now has the ability to make keys, which is a good skill to have with a supervillain on the loose. According to the comics created by Joe Hill, there are still plenty of keys left for the Lockes to find, and the trailer introduces a pretty major one. It looks like Bodhi discovers the time shift key, allowing users to see visions of the past when used in the Locke's grandfather clock. This could certainly come in handy as the Locke family tried to discover more about Captain Gideon's past in order to defeat him. It also might come into play for Tyler when he gets his memories back, as he could see visions of his past self using magic.
This key can make it so you never forget.
Season 2 also introduced a lot of new keys to the show, in addition to the ones established in the first season. Fans are certainly eager to see more keys like the Angel Key, which Kinsey used in the finale and was instrumental in helping to defeat Dodge. Season 3 will be the Locke family's last paranormal adventure on Netflix. The show hasn't been canceled though, as it was always the plan to end the story after 3 seasons. According to co-showrunners Carlton Cuse and Meredith Averill, Locke and Key will naturally reach its conclusion at the end of Season 3, with the duo telling Deadline in a statement, "Once we began working on the series, we felt 3 seasons was the ideal length to bring the story of the Locke family and their Key House adventures to a satisfying conclusion." They also sang the praises of writer Joe Hill and illustrator Gabriel Rodriguez, who created the Locke and Key comic book series, and joked, "We're keeping the magical keys, though, for our own personal use." Since Cuse and Averill have been planning the conclusion of Locke and Key since the end of Season 1, they should have the opportunity to tie up all of the show's loose threads. So here's hoping fans get everything they want to see and more in Season 3 of Locke and Key. The Locke and Key showrunners have been keeping quiet about a lot of the particulars in the upcoming season, but the trailer does reveal a few extra details for fans. For one, it looks like Gideon is creating an army. While his motives aren't clear, the trailer suggests he's coming for the keys, and possibly even Key House itself. However, Gideon's evil plans appear to culminate in a big battle between his army and the Lockes.
This is our house. Those keys belong to us.
Viewers can definitely expect to see an epic showdown as Tyler, Kinsey, Bodhi, Nina, and Duncan defend their home in the Keys in the battle to end all battles. This fight promises to be a satisfying and dramatic conclusion to the final season of Locke and Key. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite Netflix shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.